Well, me and Bella out checking the yard. It's a dreary day, a little rain, and the bees aren't working much. I had to put 2 frames in there that was missing. I'm gonna go ahead and check and see if some queens are laying. This is a hive, the swarm that we just hived the other day, and if they had a queen that was already laying, she should have some eggs in there. This one I need to check for eggs. I done opened that one up and put them frames in there. I need to check those two, see if they're queen right also. So I'm gonna pause this, hopefully, and continue on in a few minutes. Oh, as a side note, I misplaced my bee suit. Not that I couldn't have found it, but kind of in a hurry to get this done. I did start my smoker so I could move some bees around, and I done got stung a couple of times and knocked myself in the head once trying to kill a bee. I think he got away. Anyway, see you in a minute. I know this is a deep nuke, and I know it's got some short frames in it, and that was my mistake, but I didn't have any choice. But I will be getting rid of all these brood chambers that are not standard deep hive. I was trying to get the bees last year the big boost since I got them so late and they were so weak, and that's the only pulled whites I had was honey supers. So there I go, you know, having brood chambers used for anything. But just as Bella, just as a note here, 5 frame nuke. I always try to remove the first one that's easiest to get to on the left or the right. Because your queen's probably not on those. They kind of reserve them as for honey. And the reason being is a couple is that they kind of surround their whole nesting area with honey, and that's to help for warmth. And plus, that's easy to get to their food sources. And also, on the sides especially, it's insulation during the winter. Good thick honey is a good insulation, and then they're eating off of it too. So let me get this checked out. We should have a laying queen. If we do, I'll show you. Okay. Something to note here, I smoked these. You see how all of them gathered up there around those cells that are uncapped there. They're actually gorging themselves with honey. I don't keep them stinging, though. That's a myth, but they are gorging it. It's as if there's a wildfire, and they may have to relocate, and they're going to relocate with a full bedding. I see lots of brood and eggs, I think, in here. I'll get deeper into it and I'll find the queen. I don't know for sure that she's laying. But, oh, I see a queen cell on the bottom. Let's pull that out and see what we got. Okay. That may be our next queen in here, so I'm gonna stall this. Okay, I found the queens here. She's a nice looking queen. She is laying, I can tell by her abdomen and the size of it. Those cells had been where she'd hatched. But proud to see her, and I don't have anything to mark her with or old marker. It's really a nice queen, and in this nuke they'll really grow fast when they get the right proper material in here. So I'm gonna pause this again. Okay, I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna pull the side frame out that's got honey in it, and I'm gonna put this right here, this deep, in this deep box. So I don't want to be in there. Then I'll start moving them to the edges and replace all of them eventually with deep. And once the ones that I move to the side hatch, they put honey in it. They won't lay in. She won't lay in anymore. So I'll eventually replace all these. So be right back. Just a quick glance in here. This is this one we collected the other day. They probably got one too many frames in there, but that's fine. I may see if one of them's empty enough to put in this one here, and that'll get 2 deep frames in it. They do have one where I took one deep medium out of that, put it in that hive. So they've got room for one more deep. And if it's got honey, it's even better because they're short on honey. So let me delve in here and see what we got. I know this side frame is full of honey. It may be the perfect candidate. Oh, one more thing to note on this hive here, which is that swarm, is it, well, you know, I always put an extra box on there to give me the capability of looking at them without disturbing and tearing the top off of them. But I'm gonna look for the queen in here and see if they even made it. If she even made it in here. This is a pretty important swarm, but if not, I may just, you can't wait too long, but you can join them to a queen right hive. But you gotta do that in the right way to make sure it takes, because you can end up killing your queen. But I'm gonna get in here so I can find a queen and we'll go from there. Okay, I've located the queen here. Let me see, there she is, right there. See her right there? She's an odd looking queen, but she's a still young queen, but she's already laying, already got some larvae in here, so I didn't think they were without a queen because they were too docile, too nice. But she'll fatten up as she starts laying more and more. I lost her temporarily. See how she stood out like a sore thumb because they were skinny. I'm going to put this hive back together and steal one of its, there she is, one of its frames. See her? That's the side, isn't it? You never just look at individual bees to find a queen. You look for a different pattern, or just look for something out of place. Just look for her crawling, because they kind of part when she's around. Yeah, I spotted her again right there. And if she don't increase in girth and start looking better, we might look at replacing her. But right now, she's laying. That's all that matters. So, right back. I was gonna move one of these deep into that, but I had filled it up. So, as soon as a few bees hatch out of one of the sides, I'll change it out. What I was gonna say earlier about brood hive, the brood bots, I should say. There's a big move. People using spacers, 9-frame spacers. It's good to do it on honey supers because the honeycomb is thicker and it's easy to cut the caps off. I don't necessarily recommend it on brood chambers, particularly if you're trying to draw out wax. If you're going to draw it out with 10 frames and later replace the frames in a 9-frame box which has a spacer in it, you can do that. But to get it pulled out properly as far as the bee space is concerned, always just have a cleat on the side, put 10 frames in there and let them fill it out. Be right back. Supposed to have storms tomorrow. That's one thing. Don't forget about your weights. Will help you hive, because that lip will catch that wind. And if the bees hadn't glued it down really well, which if you get them a lot, they're not going to be glued down, but it'll take off down through there, then you're going to have direct rain, on your hive body. I want to say something about this skinny queen over here, and I'll tell you, maybe I've already told you, but I'll tell you why she's probably the size she is right now. She probably wasn't, she could have been a virgin queen, but I think she was an established queen that left. And when they do, they reduce their laying down and they drop their size from the huge bee that they are down to something more reasonable for flying. Once she gets established in here, she'll start laying again, and once she's full strength, she'll look normal. That is the skinniest queen I've ever seen. Boy, she looked like a rocket. But she looked good, and she had a good laying pattern, what little she had done. I think we lost a lot of those bees when we brought them back. I think some of them went back to their, wherever they came from, the mother hive, because there was just not as many bees in there as I put in there, put it that way. But I should have waited till dark to put them in, but they was in that vacuum. So anyway, I'll be right back. Well, I'm not sure what I was recording or not, but basically this hive does not have a queen, and I'm gonna have to take what's here and move over here and join them and cage a queen where they don't kill her. I need some newspaper. I need some newspaper. I need some newspaper so I can join these hives. Be man out. Okay, I was able to find the queen and got her in my hand. Hopefully I hadn't hurt her. She actually stung me. That's a rarity. They don't have a barb on their stinger. I'm gonna put her in this cage right here. So I'll be right back. Okay, what we got here is one queen and 4 or 5 attendants. Maybe not that many. I don't mind picking the queen up, but those workers, you gotta pick them up just right and put them in this little hole, shove them down. Yeah, you get stung every once in a while. I got a couple. Anyway, I'm gonna join these 2 hives and hope for the best. I have to leave her in here 3 or 4 days, or that hive right there will kill her. Even though they don't have a queen, they will kill her because she's not a known queen to them. I'll put newspaper between these 2 bodies and cross my fingers, hope for the best. Alright, just let everybody know what I'm about to do. I'm going to join these 3 frames with these, but with newspaper so they don't fight. The time they chew through it, they'll be friends. The queen, on the other hand, I'm gonna put her, I think, with in the other stand so they can start getting used to her. And these will eat through it and they'll know that it's their queen and it'll be fine. I gotta make sure that she's in a good place, she don't fall, and that they can get to her to feed her. And I don't have, normally you'd put a sugar pack in that plug, and time they eat that out, the queen be free and they'd be used to her. And see, it don't always work, but anyway, that's what I'm gonna do real quick. Well, this has been a long evening, hasn't it, Bella? Yeah. So our base suit's not in yet. Here's the basis. You can make 2 queen unit sizes too with some queen excluders, but what we're doing is we're going to join this nuke, which has got several hundred bees in it, and a queen, good laying queen. That's the main thing with this hive below, because they'll eat through that newspaper and they'll become one body. And then in 3 or 4 days, the other hive should accept this queen. Now, the workers haven't started laying yet. That's a sign that you're going to fail with trying to introduce a queen. But I'm going to give it a try, and I may lose the whole hive, I may lose that queen, but I can always start it over again. But the key is going to be how long they've been queenless, and that's my fault. And if they accept her or not. So we'll know about Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll let her out and see if they survive. Anyway, big man out, big girl out.